Hey everyone, Richard Gibbens here, MLS Director for Southwest MLS, and today I want to go over a couple changes that are going live on April 10th related to some of the fields that are down at the bottom of the MLS listing details sheet. It's looking at the showing requirements fields and these listing broker and office info fields. So first up is that owner name is actually going to become a required field. So a couple notes on this. First off, why? You know, when you guys are filling out a purchase agreement, you have to have that information, and public records are not always correct, right? But the listing broker should always be doing the due diligence to make sure they have the correct owner's name, so they're going to have that information anyways. So that way you list it on here. A couple things just to address concerns with this that I've heard before. Remember, you know, Article 16 in the Code of Ethics covers, you know, exclusive representation. So just, you know, as a reminder, if you have any kind of questions about a listing, you should always be contacting the listing broker, not the owner. And then, of course, you never solicit somebody else's client as well. So refer to Article 16 for more questions on that. Also, like as far as like lead generation and things like that, the systems that use that are already getting this information anyways, so there's really no reason to, you know, inconvenience buyers reps and not have this information in there. A couple of other things we're doing to kind of help you out with that is we're actually removing this one that says owner phone to, and we're adding owner name to. So if you have two different owners, you can actually get those two different names in there. Owner name to is not required. That's only there as an additional thing to help you out. And then there wasn't really any reason why we ever needed a owner phone to. It had been used very, very, very seldomly. So we took that out in order to make room to get that owner name to in there instead. The second change is under listing office and broker info. These ones right here that currently say transaction contact name, transaction contact number, and transaction contact license number are changing over to point of contact name, point of contact number, and point of contact license number. Now, the point of these fields and the reason they were created is a situation where, like, say you have a team or you have multiple brokers that are working on a listing. The name that goes here is the name that somebody should contact if they have questions about the listing or where they're going to be sending the offer, right? So, you know, in a team kind of setup, you know, whoever is responsible for answering questions about that listing is whose information should be on here. And the reason we're changing it is a lot of people were putting their transaction coordinator in here, which is usually not that person, right? So if you do have a transaction coordinator and you want offers sent to them, put that information up in the LOSO remarks. And then point of contact would be you because you're the one handling the transaction or handling the listing and putting it in there. So, like I said, just these changes are all going live on April 10th is when these things are going to start going into effect. So if you enter a listing before that date and then you go back in to edit it after that date, it's going to actually require you to put that owner name in there. So be ready for that. You might as well go ahead and start putting it in now because starting on April 10th, it is going to become a required field. As always, if you have any questions, our number's down here at the bottom, support@swmls.com or 505-843-8833. Thanks and have a great day.